Here's a video of the Expedition running. I've got antifreeze in it, but I guess it wasn't enough or something. I don't know. It might be, it might not be, but there was ice. It wasn't completely frozen, but there's ice in the part where you put the water in. You don't put it in the radiator necessarily, but you put it in like a reservoir tank in these. I'll go ahead and show you before probably unfreezes it or whatever. But I got the truck started just to unfreeze it so I can empty it. You can see the ice particles, but it ain't completely frozen. That's how it's running. You can tell it's slightly missing. It's a lot quieter than what it was. I'm gonna let this run for a minute, heat up that water so I can drain it. I don't want to have to take any chances on like what happened last time. I thought I had enough in there, but probably, I guess not. I don't have the second heater core in the back connected, so I'm not too worried about that. But I just got it blocked off for now, but I still don't want to have this block crack, so I'm hoping this will save it. I'm gonna let it warm up, and then I'm gonna take off the radiator hose off the bottom and let it drain out overnight, I guess, while it's running. But I'm gonna let it cool down before I disconnect the hose. Well, I probably won't let it cool down exactly, but I'll let it sit for a minute before I really do anything. I don't know if my Dodge has got enough in it either, but it ain't even really full of the radiator. I did that on purpose though, but I'm gonna check it too. That's Expedition and how it's running. Alright, I'm in the Expedition. It's warming up still. Well, I mean, it's, I guess, up to operating temperature. But I was wrong. It has 205,304.5 miles. That was 1,000 miles. Well, 1,300 miles off. Wow. It's lasted a lot longer than I thought it did. No check engine light because I just put the battery in it. It's been running for probably about 15-20 minutes now. Maybe, no, I don't think it's been running for a half hour, but anyway, I mean, it runs good, it idles good, but when you're going down the road, by God, you'll start to feel it. It'll start missing like crazy, and then you have to floor it almost to get up the hill. Well, transmission kicks down anyways. I don't necessarily have to floor it. It's got decent power, but it is burning some oil. But that's the miles. I'm hoping, so far there's no water leaking under the Expedition, but I know the radiator's cracked. I've known that. It's got a small crack, but which it's actually leaking out of a little bit now. But this thing will either have no water in it, or I might just put a little bit of antifreeze. Well, I might as well just empty the whole thing and redo it anyways. I'm just letting it warm up to make sure the block doesn't crack overnight. Then I'm gonna get the water out of it. But that's the Expedition. Got the heater on. At least I can warm up in here while it's doing that and check on everything. Alright. It's still a little bit cold for the focus. I don't see any more ice chunks, but it's still a little bit cold. I hear some small rattling noise, but I think it's something shaking. But it ain't shaking too bad. The motor ain't. I think it's almost time. I'll show you where the radiator's leaking. Right there. There's a small crack in it. That's the only place that it's leaking at. I don't see no other place. Other spots are like old spots and whatnot. The only place it's leaking at. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit longer. There definitely wasn't enough in this apparently. That's ice. That's worse than what it was when before I started it. Boy, you better get on this crap. I guess I'd let it warm up. do what I did to the Expedition. But this is my daily at the time, so until I get a computer for Toyota is fine so far. Yeah, God. Alright, so I'm driving the truck now. I just got a new computer in yesterday. I'd already installed it. And it looks like that was the issue. The other computer finally went out. It quit ground the injector completely, so it wouldn't even start anymore. But now it'll actually take off and go. Hang on a second. Alright, so now I'm in second gear. There's the new computer. I mean, did all that. Where'd it come in? So now I can actually take off and go. So, hopefully that's all that is wrong with it so far. Hopefully nothing shorts out the computer. Whatever did it last time, or it may be just time for the computer to be replaced. I don't know. I don't know the exact history of the truck, but I do know some of it. But just taking it out for a test drive just to see what it does. Water. Creek. Good heat. Taking the same road that I was taking last time doing the previous video. Alright, there's the second gear. Give me a second. Actually, first. Fixed. It doesn't run really any different, but it does run better. Like, it still sounds like it's got that slight miss to it, that popping of the exhaust, but I mean, it doesn't drive like it does or nothing. So hopefully I'm gonna get this updated, get this video out, and see what's going on with it. See if I can start driving it from now on. But I'll show you what it sounds. It still sounds like it, and it might sound better than before, but it still sounds basically the same with how it's running. That's the computer part number for the 93s, and well, I'll get out and show you the truck. So you can still hear that popping of the exhaust. Well, there it goes. That's literally all I've done to it since doing the putting the computer in yesterday. That's the first drive that it's been on since the last video I've done. But it's sit ever since then too, so it's not overheating or nothing. It's still shaking a little bit, but other than that, it's probably because I need to dial it in time a little better, because I literally have not done that on spec yet. But I'm gonna drive it this weekend and see how she does. Take her on some distances and see what happens. If all goes well, I'll probably start driving this thing to work. See the water in there, thing. It's got antifreeze in it, that's for sure. But that's it, basically. I'll start doing videos on this and some other stuff. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. So let's drive this beat up old thing, save some money. That's it for now.